we are 6.
Okay. Time to start.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
I'm
All right. So we got the Lijiang Tower.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower.
All right. So what we're gonna talk about is goats against quad DPS and how to deal with it. You guys link to me. Oh, you go floats, and then you counter it. But it depends. Okay, depends on the map. So I'm
The
gonna.
map you're on right now. Good example, right?
Yes, that's why I took the map. So I'm gonna go through through this map with you guys. Okay. So imagine you come out of spawn, you pick Ryan, you charge, get here, jump, you land here, you see, oh, they have DPS. How do you react? There's two things you can do. So how do you react?
We can go on point and have point pressure, or we go back and switch.
Okay, correct. But the first one, which you called, is go to point. So how will you go to point when they have DPS over there?
Hold shield and go point from where you are right now, right?
Yes, but how do you rotate from here as a team to there?
Ryan looking at them and the standard formation.
Yeah,
Yes, and
that's
where
the
does the
button.
Zen stand?
Inside the anus.
Exactly. So Ryan stands here, Zen stands in the arch. You move the point like this, okay? Reason being, that's really hard. Reason being is because the Pharah can spam as much as you want. They're gonna have a Tracer shooting at a Zen from there or there. They're gonna have a Widow. They're gonna have a lot of DPS coming from a lot of sides. So rotating from here to point is gonna be really rough, okay? So the moment you lose your Zen, or you do one of two things. One, you just try and make a kill, or two, you just jump off the map. If your Zen's dead in this rotation, you're gonna win. Unless you maybe have a pick, but that's very unlikely. So that's the first thing, right? So the first thing is going from here to point, okay? Second thing, you go back and you swap your Zen to Moira. Okay? Is that clear to everyone?
Yep.
Yes.
Then, when you've swapped your Zen to Moira, you still have enough time to regroup here and push the point. Or to go left side and push the point, depending on what you feel is better. I think, personally, left side's better.
Okay.
So I'm gonna explain it again. So how it's gonna play out, you go over here, you see, oh, they have DPS, you just go back. Your Moira swaps, you go here again, you go like this. And then you go to point. Okay?
Do we still swap if they play 3 DPS or 2-2-2?
What do you mean?
Question mark. I feel
No,
it's
I
hard to
mean-
spot if it's playing quad dips or 3 dips. Or I guess it doesn't matter.
Wait, so I don't understand. Say it again?
If
He's
they play.
saying,
Okay.
like, if they have quad or tri DPS, does that make a difference?
No, it's the same thing. The only reason they're picking tri or quad DPS is to counter goats on that specific situation. It's the only reason they pick it. So you need to either go to point, or you need to go back and swap Moira.
What would you do? Go to point or swap Moira?
So then, it depends. It depends. But against really good teams, I would just always swap to Moira, because it's just safer.
Okay.
Yeah, so the other thing, besides these two options, right? So these two options are if you just stay goats. The other option you have is when you, for example, if you push the point and you're on point and you lost the fight, like the fight's lost, there's no reason for you to stay goats anymore, then you should just swap to the comp you guys sent me. So you swap to Winston instead of Ryan, and you swap to Sombra. So why do you swap to these heroes? And you swap to Moira, by the way. So why is it only these heroes you swap to? Like it says on the picture that you guys sent me. Or you send it again?
Sombra to counter the Hamlet, right?
Yes, but also just to play for the EMP win condition. But also, you guys need to understand, if you pick this comp, you can always swap back to goats easily. Because if the Sombra swaps to Zarya, then we still have the other ults from our Monkey or Diva or Brig, everyone else, right? So the only reason we're only swapping 2 heroes is because these 2 heroes can still be viable against goats. So imagine, for example, if you swap the Sombra to a Widow. Is she still going to do something if they swap the goats? No. So I'm just trying to teach you guys, like, if you swap the floats, the only reason you swap the floats is if you lost the first fight and you want to counter them. That's when you pick floats. So does everyone understand that now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to run it through one more time, then we'll go to the next map and the next thing. So I'll just pick Ryan to make it easy for you guys. So I pick Ryan. I come out of here. I see DPS. What do I do?
Turn around.
Or go to point. Right?
Yeah,
If
so
you
which
go
one
to
do you want
point,
to
You
do?
have to wait for your Zen.
What do you want to do? Do you want to go and rotate here, or do you want to make sure that you play it safe and just pick Moira and go left side and then contest when the point unlocks?
I'd say play it safe, right?
It's up to you guys. If you guys feel like, no, we want to play aggressive, we want to really still try and turn the fight with our Zen, maybe get a pick with our right click with Zen, you know, it's fine. It's just risky. So that map's done.
I think there's
Is there any other maps you guys struggle with when you're playing goats against DPS?
what was it?
We fucked up the other Lijiang map the other day as well,
yeah,
right?
the other Lijiang map, pretty much.
Night market.
Night
Night
Market.
market. Okay.
There was one more, let me think.
Now
it
arriving
well?
at Lijiang Tower.
That's bunker, isn't it?
It will get to my head eventually. Let's focus on this now.
Now I just realized we've never really played Idios.
Okay, so you get out of spawn, you come here, you see they have DPS. What do you want to do?
Usually we rotate to the point, but we lost almost all of the fight we did. So.
Probably just go back and swap onto the Moira.
Two
Well,
options again. Option 1, since you have a Pharah, the Pharah's going to fly above here and she's going to try and boop you if you go to coast. So that's this side of the map. You don't want to go here. Okay? This is rough. Like, you can go here, but there's too many risks and there's a lot of spam angles. So if you push over here, there's the Pharah that's going to shoot you from there, right? Plus, there's going to be a lot of DPS shooting from that angle, that angle, that angle, and that angle over here. So it's really hard to push this for that reason, okay? So coast is not the
And
best
go-
option. Plus, you have all the boops. So
Usually we just go main.
so
We got
You
wrecked
wanna
so
either
many
go-
times.
you want to go like straight to point with Zen, right? So protect your Zen and rotate the point like this, like I told you before, and then make sure your Zen gets on point, and then you take the fight here. Okay, that's 1. Number 2, you go back, you sub Moira. Okay.
Mhm.
So which choice you guys like prefer here?
Probably swap back to Moira.
Like, we got wrecked so many times and we just tried to go points, so I guess more is the better option for us.
Is it us doing bad rotations or?
No, it's really hard to rotate. Plus, you need to really have people that can make picks, you know? So, if you're rotating over here, you have your Zen and your Zarya shooting. So, I'd expect when you rotate, you have a chance to make a kill, you know? And if you don't make that kill, you lose.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's really risky. It's just better to swap to Moira.
So now
there any
that
other
we
map?
have a Moira, how do we play that? Like, just usual, and we just survive with the Moira?
It depends, right? So there's a lot of teams that play Ana instead of Moira as well, but personally, just for you guys especially, I just think Moira is easier. It's easier here to play, and it's easier to understand for the team what to do. So if you pick Moira, you go like this, you heal, you heal, you heal. You see, oh, there's a few rockets on me. You shift, you E like this, you'll fill. Right? If you're Zen, you get one rocket on you. They need to hit one more rocket, you're dead. Okay? With Moira, you can survive. You can shift around. Plus, they're most likely gonna have a Sombra, and with Moira, if you're hacked, you can still heal. Plus, if you're EMP'd, you have your full HP. So Moira in general is just better to pick. A lot of teams also pick Ana, and Ana's also really good, and also Ana gives you win condition. But against quad DPS, the best option and the easiest, no, not the best, like the easiest option and the most, just the easiest option in general is just Moira. It just saves a lot of time for everyone. So yeah, that's pretty much why you pick Moira. I mean, Moira, like again, if you get spammed, you can just shift away, you can heal yourself, you can shift, like, you have all these tools to stay alive. Sen doesn't have these tools.
We probably have a stronger Ana than Moira though.
Sorry,
So
what?
if-
What'd you say about
Like-
Ana?
I said we probably have like better honors than Moira's. No, our team currently. That's why I'm like curious about the Ana option as well.
Yeah, the Ana option is like really hard because you need to know where to put pressure and how to use a nano, and you know, just in general how to play as a team, because your whole pace as a team changes when you pick Ana instead of Zen, right? So everyone needs to play differently. That's why I really don't like picking Ana, and that's why we also in Triumph don't pick Ana for that reason, because everything needs to change. It's like you're playing a whole new comp when you pick Ana.
Gotcha.
How would you use Coalescence in this comp then?
I just use it whenever you have it, because when you have Coalescence, you can just rush point and put more pressure on. Especially when you are against a Pharah, you can also pressure the Pharah or the Mercy, the Mercy of Pharah flying above you. But generally speaking, if you have Moira, you're gonna get your ult the quickest, right? Because you're playing Moira and you're healing free tanks. You know, you're playing goats, so you're gonna get ult really quick. So the first thing you want to do when you get ult is make sure that you're full HP when you use it, and there's no danger around you, and then you press Q, and then you can just push with your team, and your team can't die because they won't have any ults to react with. The only thing they could have is Barrage, but then again, the Matrix is enough, and you can deal damage with your ult against the Pharah's barraging. So.
Got you.
So any other maps?
Does the Moira Sombra floats work against Bunker?
Moira Sombra floats. No.
The one.
No, because you need the nano. Like, the reason you pick Genji and Sombra, right, is because you have the nano, you have the EMP, and you have the blade. Like, these three ults make sure that you can destroy Bunker. With Brig ult, you don't do anything against Bunker. And with Moira ult, you don't do anything against Bunker either, right? This is why you need Ana. Because you need that nade as well. Like, the heroes just counter the comp completely if you play it well.
Okay.
But if you're playing against Bunker on trick team like Vendetta, I think you guys realize that you need to pick Pharah. I mean, I hope you guys realize that.
Pharah and Hanzo then, right?
Yeah.
What was the rest of that comp?
I don't know. HSL played it against them, so
Okay.
you guys can watch that match. I've seen a lot of them play that same comp against them. I don't know what the exact comp is out of my head, so we never play against. So. Is there another map you guys wanna go over?
How is the snow map called? It's Nepal, but the open one with the elephant.
Oh,
Shrine?
Shrine, yeah.
We had so many issues with Sombra on that specific map. Like, it's actually insane.
Dude, we just play Hackfist and we roll them basically.
No, but seriously though. Like, in the past, whenever we played that map and they picked Sombra, we lost like 80%.
Traveling to Nepal.
That's not village. Fuck.
Go back.
Is it this one?
Traveling to Nepal.
Shrine.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's that one.
No, it's easy to show you guys.
So we usually run out on goats here.
Yeah.
And we just lose to Sombra for some reason.
Okay, so they're playing Goat with Sombra, right then?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Or quad dips.
I mean, if they play quad dips, we don't play. We just swap to Moira again, right?
Yeah, that's another option. Yeah.
So that's just. Is that just a rule we should just establish? Like when we play goats into quad, we just swap to Moira? Or is it like dependent on map as well?
Depends on you
Like
guys.
what's-
I'm just showing you guys the options you have every map, but in general, generally speaking, it's just easier to just pick Moira. I'd say it's like
Okay.
quick fix, pretty much.
So let's say we pick Moira goats because they run quad and they run a Sombra with it. How do we play it here?
Okay, I'm just gonna first explain goats against Sombra goats, right? So if you're playing goats and they're playing Sombra goats, what is the advantage they have and what is the advantage you have?
They have EMP as win condition, as well as like hacks, but our frontlining is way stronger.
Exactly. So to stop hacks, what do you do?
Shooter.
Can shoot her as Diva. or
Besides
her
besides shooter, as a team, as a unit, what do you do against it?
field. Thing
Rotate.
around the
You
Rhine.
rotate inside of each other, so she doesn't have an easy hack.
Exactly. So there's two things you need to do to counter a Sombra. And there's also a quick fix you can do. But there's two most important things, okay? The first thing, you stay together, you stay as 6. Okay, because then it's harder for her to hack you. That's the first thing. Second thing is, when you know the Moira is out, or the Moira, for example, has like used her translocator, you know what I mean? You rush the Rhine. When you see that the Rhine has no bubble, you rush Rhine. When the Rhine has no cooldowns, you rush Rhine. And when you have both bubbles and you want to rush in aggressively, you just rush Rhine. Okay? Because they have no diva, they won't stop you. Okay? So that's your win condition.
Okay.
Another hero you can swap to, if you know they have Sombra, or for example, if you're playing against Sombra, you lost the first fight, you swap to Ana. You swap to Zen, and you swap to Ana. So why Ana?
Do you stay on Moira? No. You play
No,
Ana
you
instead
swap to
then, right?
Ana. If you're playing Goats
Yeah,
against
sorry.
Goats Sombra, you swap to Ana. So why Ana?
They have no diva, so they can't eat the nade
Yes, what else?
or your healing.
What else?
If she gets the MP, she doesn't lose a lot of HP.
What else?
Can heal while hack.
Sleep dart pressure on Sombra as well.
Exactly. All these things you guys are like mentioning, like these things are win condition, okay? Also, the moment you are nanoing your Rhine to rush into their team, it's really fucking hard for them to react to that when they have Sombra, right? Because they don't have strong front line, so it's really hard for them to stop our Rhine from rushing in. Okay? They can't even stop the healing on Rhine either. So if you heal your Rhine, Diva can't eat it. Okay? This is why Ana's good.
So we can win with just Nano alone.
I wouldn't say that, but most likely it's gonna make the fight a lot easier for you to win. Okay, so that's how you can play against Stormblood Goats. So now if they play quad DPS, right? So for example, I come out of spawn, I'm Ryan, okay? I come out of spawn, I charge here, I go here. Then I see a few bullets over DPS, I see a Pharah flying over there, you know? I know it's quad DPS, what do you do?
Turn around and wait for the Moira spawn.
Yes, that's an option. Or you can rotate the point with your Zen.
Yeah.
One of the two. Or you can actually do another thing. That's the third thing, which Angry Tyrant used to do back in the day. You all go into this small house here. And you wait till the point unlocks. When the point unlocks, you rush the point. Take the fight here.
With
Okay.
a speed boost?
Yeah, you can do that as well. So you speed from point A to point B.
When like we had a lot of trouble against quad DPS, Is it better to go Moira goats or is it better to mirror?
Always better to go Moira goats in any situation because, yes, quad DPS is made to counter goats, but if you have ults on goats and if you just don't die on goats, you're always going to outvalue quad DPS. Any good team counters quad DPS with goats. I don't know if you guys have watched Atlantic Showdown, but every single team that went DPS lost. And every time we as Triumph went DPS, we lost. So everyone's like catching up to it already.
Okay, so basically there's no point in practicing quad DPS at all because like you won't play it.
I'll say it again. Like the last time, I think I told you guys as well about Fusion Uni, about why they play DPS. The only reason Fusion Uni played DPS is because they didn't want to play goats. So, unfortunately, goats is gonna win any argument. Goats is the best comp.
Yes. So
Yeah.
the only comps we need to actually be playing are goats and the variations of goats, as well as fusion dive against Bonker, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Good to know, I guess.
Any other map you guys struggle with?
We never played Ilios, so I guess we could talk about Ilios.
Never played Ilios.
Like, we
Recently.
actually never play that fucking map.
Why?
Well, like in a scrim setting. I don't know why.
Because
it's just
nobody
something
wants it,
I
I
do.
don't know.
Like, I just noticed it. It never gets picked by either
Yeah, like-
team.
Is it in the map pool? Oh no, the map pool's not the. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't know,
it's
but
just-
you know, maybe it will be.
It just happened to be that we never pick it and they don't pick it either.
Nobody likes Ilios. Screw Ilios.
I like Helios too.
I don't know which one is which. I want to go over Lighthouse first.
Now arriving at Ilios.
Which one is it?
Oh, it's Lighthouse.
Oh, what a pro player. By the way, did you get picked for the World Cup team right now?
No. But I'm gonna be helping Kasaurus as assistant
Ah,
coach.
okay.
Oh.
And they said that you can take additional staff with you to BlizzCon, so
That's
Sounds
pretty
no
cool.
problem.
Sounds good, dude.
Bug.
Pogchamp. But I don't think the
So-
Dutch are gonna go to BlizzCon if I'm honest. Don't tell anyone I said this, but I'm just being honest.
I mean, I'm Dutch.
I know.
So we always roll out on goats once again, right?
Yeah. So where do you go when you get out of spawn?
Wait,
High
like
ground,
underneath
right?
you.
Sorry, where?
Wait,
Should we go high ground?
I wanted to go mini.
Like where do
Haha,
you
no
go?
idea.
You got out of spawn. You're playing goats. So tell me where you would go.
I would have take the stairs left to your left and go high ground.
Is this what you guys do?
We,
I
we
don't know. We don't play
any.
this.
Is
Actually,
this what you guys want to do? Yes, no.
I don't think so. Wouldn't that be bad? Like maybe put
I
only
would-
Visaria up there, right?
I
Well,
would
the rest
wanted
of
to
the team
go
go
mini.
No,
Like
this is
left
good.
side
You
of
go.
the
You go high ground.
Alright,
You go high.
Let's
Okay.
go
I'm
here
for my mom right
Pro.
now, dude.
So when you're here, what do you do?
Poke.
Why do you poke?
Resources. All charge. Maybe you got a pick with Sun. Who
It
knows?
begins with a Z,
Then
then an A,
The
then an
Zarya?
R,
Wait, what?
then an Y, then an A. Zarya. You sit high ground and you use bubbles to get charge. Okay, that's the first thing you're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Enemy team can do one of two things if they're smart and if they're good. Okay? They can either go to point straight away, or they can stay on high ground and do the same thing as you're doing. Getting charged to Zarya. Okay? If
they go point.
if the enemy team goes over here, you can do one of two things, right? If the enemy runs here. One, you can wait till the Zen rotates past, because they're like, I don't know why you would ever go there as Ryan, it makes no sense. Or two, you can go to point. Alright, does everyone understand that?
See?
Does everyone understand that?
Yeah, but
So
like,
the
I
only
see-
reason you drop down here is because the Zen is rotating. over there. Okay, that's the only reason. If the Zen is there, you drop down here. If the Zen's not there, you don't drop down here. You go point. Okay. So if you're against a good team that's on this high ground, what you have to do, you have to meet them when they're crossing their Zen from here to point. Okay. So you want to fight in a square box that goes from here to here to here. Okay, this is where you want to fight. So clear to everyone, this imaginary square box.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the reason you want to fight there is because if the enemy team drops down and goes to point, you can cut them off. Okay, you want to make sure that you fight them here and you punish the Zen, who's rotating last. That's what you want to do. You want to drop down as Ryan, you want to get here, you want to fight here. Okay? So, if the enemy team drops down and hold this pole here, you don't want to go to point, okay? You want to wait and you want to take the fight here. Reason being, if they go to point, again, like I explained over here, you can just rush them. Okay? Either way. If you're in an enemy team, you're holding here. Enemy team rotates to point. You cut them off here at the rotation. Okay? This is why you want to fight in this angle.
Can't the Zen just stay high ground?
If the Zen stays high ground, who can fly high ground and kill it?
Diva and one shot.
Exactly. Exactly. So your Diva will
Oh,
kill him.
fair.
But then your Zen needs to discord this enemy Zen. He's dead. Okay? He's dead.
Gotcha.
What if
So
both
that's
teams?
how you play it. If they kept the point, that's fine. Because you're winning the fight, okay? You're 5v6 now. The Zen's dead. Your Diva's half. You sustain. You wait here and you push point. So why is it so bad to hold point? That's right.
There are too many angle.
Yeah.
You have nowhere to fall back to. Like if you're getting spammed, you have to drop down. You have to sustain. There's nowhere to sustain your shield. Like sure you can stand here, but then the enemy Ryan is just gonna swing at you from here for free. Like swing, swing, swing. You can't do anything. Anyway, when it goes back, he can go here. He can swing. He can shoot. He can spam, spam, swing. Like you're in a disadvantage over here. You can't hide. Okay. So this is why you want to take the fight in this rectangle I explained to you guys. You want to go here, 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 and there. Okay. This is where you want to fight for that reason.
I know it's a lot of context right now, but what should we do against Doom? Like we actually saw.
Yeah, but first I
some
want
good
to
picks.
explain this to everyone. I don't think everyone understands this yet, okay? Then I'll go over to Doom.
Yeah.
So if you guys are fighting here and the enemy team goes from there to point, what do you do?
Cut off the Zen.
We cut them off, yeah.
How?
In the box.
We drop and we rush
We
to
drop
them.
into the
Pushing
box.
into them.
You drop down, you rush here, and you take the fight here.
Mhm.
Okay? That's if they go point.
Mhm.
If they drop down to pillar, what do you do if you're still standing high ground?
We play pillar until they rotate. And then we
You wait
do
for
the
your
same thing.
bubbles, you wait for your bubbles, then you drop down pillar as well, and then you take the brawl over here. Okay. You want to fight here, whatever you do, you want to fight here. So the team that goes to point first is going to lose eventually. If they send their Diva to point, you rush their right. Okay?
Mhm.
You all understand that?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, that's how this map works.
So we always
So-
want them wait for them first to be on point. And then
You
we
don't
do
need
our
to
stuff.
wait for them to go to point first. The thing
Oh,
we
like, when they
do-
rotate, I mean.
Yeah, but the thing you need to do, what you need to understand is you want to always fight in this box. Always.
Okay.
That's what you need to understand. That's where you want to take the fight, the first fight especially.
What if both teams just mirror each other and stay on high ground forever? Do we want to make a first move, or do we just wait for them?
If your Zarya is high charge, you can just drop down, go straight to point.
Okay.
Just make sure you rotate your bubbles correctly. But like that never happens. There's always something that happens in between. Just the nature of the game. There's someone who's gonna get low. There's a Zen that's gonna maybe
Mhm.
his Zarya's gonna drop down. Maybe Lucio's gonna go for aggressive boop. Like there's all these things happening. So there's if the situation comes where both stand on high ground, it's never gonna happen for you guys, especially in your scrims. It's not gonna happen. So
Mhm.
And after we won the fight, I guess we go to the choke. or do we go high ground again?
Say it again, sorry?
If we won the fight after we hold at the choke, or do we go high ground?
One of two things. If you win the fight, first thing you can do is go over here and then take their high ground.
Okay.
Okay, that's the first thing you can do. Second thing you can do is you can just hold it this
Corner.
just sit here and spam them here and then hold it this pole again.
Okay.
Okay? So if you can't take this high ground from them, you hold the pole.
Yes.
Alright, so against Doom Sombra. If they have a Doom Sombra, how do you play? Okay, let's just say it like this. How do you play against a team that plays Doom Fist Goats?
I have no idea. Why I asked.
No idea?
Yeah, we get wrecked last time.
Okay, so if a Doom, okay, I'm Doom for example, right? I'm Doom. I'm gonna engage you guys, okay? So I'm gonna go over here, maybe set up over here. I don't know. Gonna wait for my right click. I go in. I slam. I shift. What happens to Doom?
It's
Shield
just
bash.
done.
He's gonna get focused. So what does he need?
Bubble. Matrix.
Okay. Yeah. So what does Ryan not have?
Bubble.
Neither.
Exactly. So when you're playing against a Doom, you're gonna need to sacrifice pretty much. So why am I saying this? Why am I saying sacrifice? The reason I'm saying that is because what you want to do is you want to rush the enemy Ryan. And if your Zen dies by a Doom that has all these resources, that's fine. You just let your Zen die, you kill Ryan, and then you have the pressure in the front line. They have no Ryan, you win the fight, most likely.
Yeah.
Okay?
Do
So
I
it's fine.
protected Bubble my Zen? No, right?
Why would you bubble your Zen?
When he gets jumped. I mean.
No, he's gonna die anyway. The best thing you can give to him is a pack. Like, sure, you can give him a pack, maybe he'll survive Doom, but it's too risky. Best thing you can just do is rush the Rhine.
Okay.
Does everyone understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you lose the first fight, what do you swap to?
Against
Doom.
Sombra? Oh, against
Against
Doom.
Doom.
Moira again.
Moira or Ana? I
Yeah,
mean,
I
what
guess.
what the fuck is Doom gonna do if you sleep him?
True.
Cry.
He can also not do anything against Moira either, right?
Exactly, both are fine, but Ana's just better because you can sleep him.
Okay.
And Sombra Goats is okay or not?
What do you mean?
For the Akon Doomfist?
Yeah, you can, but it's just easier to play goats because otherwise you have to swap your Zarya ult to your Zarya pressure. Well, it's way better to have Zarya. Like
I
I
thought
said,
it was-
goats is the best comp.
Thought it was swapping the Diva for Sombra.
Or you can, yeah, D.Va is also, yeah. No, I'd still keep the D.Va actually. It's
Okay.
just better because the bomb is so more valuable.
So just switch to
Sorry,
so just switch to supports.
what do you mean?
Just
We don't-
switch your supports is what he said when.
Oh yeah, supports. Yeah, oh yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right. Sorry. Any other map?
Can we
Not
see what
really.
we do on what?
Well,
Yeah.
well is the only map where you can play DPS when it's viable. Alright, let's go to that map.
If it's
So
the
do you-
only map where we can play DPS, we probably will. How do we do it?
Alright, let me see. Which one was that?
Can be 1 second.
Second.
Now arriving at Ilios.
Well, yeah. Okay. So first thing. Do you guys want to play Ball or do you want to play Orisa?
Left.
Are you more comfortable with Neff?
Midget, hello? Are you here? I'd say Orisa because his
Yeah.
balls are.
Orisa?
Yes.
If we have, I don't know. We personally play ball, so it's hard to say. I've never ever seen us play Orisa, and I don't see many teams pick Orisa.
I mean, if you say ball is better, then. can't
I'm not
talk.
saying ball is better, but I just don't know the best advice to give when it comes down to Orisa.
Hello?
Ah,
there he
Midget
is.
is here. Hello. Do you prefer fucking Orisa or ball on this map?
I'll say Orisa.
Okay.
Just because I cannot play yet.
So if you play Orisa, what you want to do is you want to set up your Orisa here, obviously. You want to have your Pharah on the right side, and if they have Widow, you want your Pharah on the left side. Okay, so that's
What
the first thing you
DPS do
do.
you run? So you run Pharah Mercy, I guess?
Pharah, Mercy, Orisa, Zen. Reason you run Zen is because Zen is really strong on the left side of the map here. You have, or Ana is actually also really good. What would you rather play, Ana or Zen?
I guess Zen, honestly, on this map.
Ana's also really good. They're both equally strong. I think against DPS, it's easier to play Ana on you guys' rank because people will spam DPS.
I thought Ilios was the worst map for Ana.
This map is this specific map is the only map where you play DPS, right? So everything changes. So only on this map, I'd say that Ana is really fucking strong in any situation. But if you want to play Zen, that's fine. So what do you want to play?
I guess Ana.
Okay, that's fine. So with Ana, you want to take this left side, and you want to make sure that you use this thing as cover, right? This cage. Okay, this is your cover. This is your spot where you're gonna stay. This is where you can throw some sneaky nades. This is where you can sleep some tracers. Like, this is really strong space for Ana at all. Okay. She has 2 packs. She has a pack here, and she has a pack there. So it's really hard to burst Ana down as DPS. So yeah, Ana's really strong, and Ana needs to go left side. So you're gonna have Orisa, you're gonna have Pharah, and you're gonna have Mercy. But then you're gonna have 2 more DPS because you have a Pharah. So you can either have an Ashe. You need a Sombra for sure, right? But your last hero needs to be Ashe or Tracer. So what are you guys better at, Ashe or Tracer?
I'm better at Tracer.
Okay, the reason you'd pick Ashe is if you're against floats. Okay, the reason you'd pick Tracer is if you're against DPS comps. Okay, because your
Okay.
backline is very squishy, so it's easy for Tracer to be able to put pressure on backline. So the comp you guys will be running is Tracer, Pharah, Sombra, Orisa, Mercy, Ana. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So if they play floats and you lose a fight, you guys swap the Tracer for Ashe. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Another thing you guys can do, by the way, is if you lose against squad DPS, you can either you can swap your Ashe, for example. I mean, swap your Tracer to Ashe. Like for example, if you lose a fight, right? Or maybe if your Ashe gets picked first, or your Tracer gets picked first, sorry, then you can just swap to Ashe, right? But another thing you guys can do is you can swap to that comp I recommended that you guys posted. So you can swap to Monkey, Diva, Sombra, Brig, Lucio, Moira. But the issue there is, like I explained before, is that you don't have the same ults. You don't have the same heroes. Like the whole comp is different, right? So my advice would be if you're playing this comp and if you lose against floats, you swap floats. Okay? If you're playing quad DPS and you lose against quad DPS, you either swap you swap to floats or you stay. Okay? Is that clear to everyone?
Yep.
Alright. So I'm just gonna give an example on how people play ball here. Now you guys should react to it. So I'm playing ball. Wait, I have to do it correctly. The door's open. I fly out. I'm playing ball. I go here. Oh, I missed.
Oh,
Nice.
easy win for us.
And you guys win the fight. I don't know why it didn't clip.
A big example.
Thank you. I even do this in comp and it always goes right. I don't know why it's not.
That's fine.
Anyway. You go here, enemy ball is gonna go here, and then he's gonna look for a swing on your backline. He's most likely gonna go here and slam here, right? That's the first thing that's gonna happen. This side or this side. So what you wanna do as Orisa is you wanna make sure that you set up when you're setting up over here, you put your shield down first, and then you right click the ball and everyone kills the ball. That's if they have ball, okay? If the ball's smart, he's gonna go for this play because one, he's gonna get 1000 HP armor, and two, he's gonna set up for Farah to shoot in that boop he just caused, right?
Yeah.
So make sure that you right click the ball, and two, you set up over here, Orisa, okay? You put down the shield here, you press shift, you walk over here, and you take cover here. Okay?
Okay.
So if you're playing against floats, they're gonna be doing the same. They're gonna take the fight in this area. Okay? So how you're going to set up is that you're going to have your Pharah obviously spamming from above. You're going to have your Tracer going right side with Ana, right? Trying to take this space, because this is what you want, okay?
Mhm.
And Tracer can do one of two things. One, they can contest the monkey if the monkey's getting poked low by your Pharah and your Orisa and everyone. Two, your Tracer can set up for pressure on their backline, because most likely they're going to have a Zen who's going to rotate here. Or they're going to have a Zen who's going to be standing there. So that's what Tracer does, okay? One of the two things, depending on how the fight's going. So your Sombra, what your Sombra is going to do, she's going to be there a bit earlier, right? Because she is in the invis, she's walking pretty fast. What Sombra's going to do is she's going to wait for the team to dive, and then he's going to hack, okay? That's against floats. If you're against DPS, you're just going to go and make sure you get to the back line and you dive the Zen with the Tracer. So the Zen goes here, you hack the Zen, you kill. If the Zen goes there, you hack the Zen, you kill. Okay, that's your focus as Sombra.
Hmm?
If you're against Bull, another thing you can do as Sombra is say, oh, they have Bull on the left side. Okay, I'm just going to wait till he slams. And the Bull slams, you hack him. Because whatever the Bull does, like I explained, he's going to slam here, he's going to slam here, or he's going to slam over here. Okay? So one of these three places you can hack, you kill. Okay?
Yes.
So if they play Orisa as well, I just dive together with my Sombra, right? In
Wait,
their
sorry?
backline.
What, sorry?
I'm the Tracer.
Yeah.
Let's say they play Orisa, then
Yeah.
I just go with my Sombra onto their backline.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you as Tracer could maybe even go over here, and then here, and then here, like, you're so fast, you know? You can go wherever
yeah,
you want.
I got you.
Sombra just needs to make sure that she gets a translocator there, and just make sure she gets this space over here and contest anyone who's over here. And if there's no one over here, you can just go for the Zen. Or if the Zen goes over here alone, like for example here close to this mini, you can contest him as well. So it's all about one, scouting the Zen, and two, understanding if you need to hack the inner front line, yes or no. Same for Tracer. Okay?
Mhm.
One of those two things. Someone else have a question about their role or what they should be doing?
Nope.
Is it clear to
Nope.
everyone?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay,
Well,
okay,
also
okay.
the best target to nano is Pharah or Tracer, I guess.
Pharah or Tracer?
It's a question.
The best person to nano is, I think, Pharah.
Okay.
Like, sure, you can nano your Tracer, you can do the Frank Classic, but I think
Hell yeah.
I think Pharah is just better to nano. Why did it break?
I agree. I agree.
So it's up to you guys.
Okay.
And there are other map you guys want to discuss?
Junkerdown, I think. The second
Chunk
point
it down first and second point.
Chunk it
Oh,
down.
yeah. Yes, please.
Okay, second point is goats. Whatever situation it is, it's goats. If you don't go goats second point, you're gonna get stomped by the enemy team that goes goats before you. Okay. Second
Okay.
point on Junkertown is goats. But
Okay.
first point is different, so we can go to first point. we made the same mistake actually, like 2 months in a row by not swapping to goats, and I was the only one with my coach saying, "Yo guys, you need to swap," but the team just didn't want to, and we got stomped every single time on second point. Just second point is just go goats, so you get stomped.
Welcome to Jungle.
Is the same true for third?
Yeah.
Okay. So we just talk about first point because second and third is just goats full.
Yeah, and if they play bunker, you go fusion, and then if they swap bunker, you go goats again. That's if you lose, at least.
In attack, we like to roll out on the Chinese cheese,
Oh,
like the
oh,
double
what you-
sniper bastion.
Wait, I need to. I don't understand that. One more. I'm gonna go to spawn, and you guys can explain to me what the fuck you guys pick.
It's like Bastion double sniper.
Bastion double sniper.
Yeah, that's what we like to play. Or goats, like one of these two is what we like to roll out here.
So I'm gonna tell you a little secret on why we play Zen on first point. The reason why we as Triumph play Zen on first point, and a lot of teams do as well, is because on second point you're gonna swap to goats anyway, so you have that Zen. That's the only reason. First point is all about angles, right? Because this map is so, like, these sidelines are so far, right? It's all about angles, okay?
Well, that's
So
why we have
most
2
team-
snipers.
Yeah,
Sorry?
exactly.
That's why we run 2 snipers.
Exactly. That's good. So most teams will run 2 snipers, okay? But there's one thing that people don't realize, and that is that if you run 2 snipers, it's better to run a Sombra with that. So why Sombra?
Enlighten me.
Scouting, hyping shield.
The reason you pick Sombra with that is because you can contest enemy snipers. Your Sombra helps your snipers with your angles, right? So what it's all about is that your Hanzo and your Widow communicate together about which angles they're approaching. So
Yeah,
most
obvious.
likely, you want your Hanzo to take right or left side, depending on where he feels comfortable, right? Then Hanzo needs to always
we have
communicate.
Widow on the right and Hanzo on the left. Where you look right now is what we do.
Hanzo left.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever you guys want. Then you guys need to communicate about which angles you have and where you're shooting at, right? Communicate about where the enemy Widow is and where the enemy Hanzo is. That's your priority when you're playing this comp. What your Sombra does is your Sombra is always looking for these targets. So your Sombra goes behind him, he says, okay, there's a Zen over there, there's a Widow on that high ground, there's a Hanzo over here. So the moment for example, your Sombra starts shooting at the Hanzo, and the Hanzo needs to turn around, that moment you guys have 3 angles on anyone to peek over there or there or there, right? Because you're forcing back a Hanzo has to contest, and you're forcing a Mercy on Hanzo, so you're forcing all these resources to go over here, which means you're gonna have more spam and more angles over here. So if there's a Widow over here, and your Sombra is attacking the Hanzo, you can all focus this Widow. Do you guys understand that?
I do.
Okay. So the first half of the point is all about making sure that you can push the payload without them killing you, so pretty much winning the duels, right? But on second point, it gets a bit in the second half of the first point, it gets a bit more interesting, because on the second half, the first thing you want to do with your Widow is you want to have this angle. Okay, this is when you're attacking, you want to have this angle.
Yeah, of course.
And your Hanzo needs to take that angle. Okay? So that's the first thing you guys are going to be doing. But it's going to be pretty rough, because their Widow has a lot of options when she's over there. She can snipe from all these positions. So what you want to do against that Widow is mostly use everything you have, so Sombra and your Hanzo, to locate the Widow and contest that Widow. If anyone contests your Widow or your Hanzo, your Mercy has to react to it, and your Zen has to react to it. Okay, so it's all about sidelines when you're playing this comp. Your Orisa, all your Orisa is gonna do is just sit on card and be AFK. If you
That's
don't want to
better.
play, if you don't want to play Orisa, but Sombra, you can also always play D.Va. D.Va's also strong. We also play with D.Va, I think. So it's up to you guys. I would just recommend Sombra because it's easier to contest the snipers with. So what do you guys want?
I'd say Sombra. I don't know.
Sure. It depends what our triads prefer then. Or Hongi, right? It's Hongi.
Did I play
actually.
whatever?
It's either D.Va or Sombra. It's actually your choice.
What's better in your opinion, Ned? Like, what do you prefer?
It's hard
Normally.
to say. If they play floats or some shit, I think Sombra's better. If they play 4 DPS, it depends.
Okay, I'm gonna do that shit then.
I would just keep it easy, you know, to practice. Because if you swap between D.Va and Sombra, you're gonna play 2 different comps. It's just easier to practice one comp. I'd just say play Sombra.
Okay.
Nat, long time no see.
Hello, who's this? Sorry.
It's,
Awkward.
it's Reset.
Reset.
Mhm.
Fuck jam.
Very
Anyways,
long
I've
time.
hit everyone.
Yep.
Nice. Any other maps?
I
The
mean,
second
we have
point of
screwed in
this one?
5 minutes.
Oh yeah, right.
Our second point is just scouts. Scouts, scouts, scouts.
Codes. Nice. Alright.
Think we're done.
Yeah, I think we discussed a lot of maps and how this meta actually works, so I hope you guys have learned.
Mhm.
If there's any questions, you can always send me a DM. Just make sure that you have at least tried to answer the questions yourself before you send me a DM. Because a lot of times I get
Yeah.
people that ask me stuff that are like, just Google it on Google and you'll find it, you know? Yeah,
Where's the
I expect you
microphone?
guys to send me a
Micro's
question.
going off.
Sorry?
That was Paragon.
Yeah.
I think he's
All
moved
good.
out.
All good, all good.
Just send me a DM if you have any advanced questions. So to say.
Advanced questions. What is life?
Alright. Yeah, I think I'm done here, guys. I have to go as well.
Alright,
For this
thank you.